It was, it's a long journey to Zurich.
It was
It's
500 miles.
So, what, did you talk about it on the way there? Knowing that that would be your last road trip?
Well, we may have mentioned a few things, but we never, ever let it take over our lives.
Because you had, once you got there, you had a really lovely time for the last few days.
We did. We went round Zurich sightseeing. We'd never been there before. It was a very pretty city. It was lovely. We had an appointment on Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon with doctors, but that was only for about 10 minutes, really, and we enjoyed our stay.
But you're feeling physically sick, knowing that he was... When he found out that he could go to Dignitas, he was singing, and you were actually singing.
That's right.
But
That's
that
right.
moment when you get in that room and he's given the drink.
Yes, you sit at a table, they explain everything to you, what's going to happen, you sign some more papers, and then you first of all have to take an anti-sickness drink, then 20 minutes later, if that's when you want to do it, that's when you do it. You could lay on a bed, lay on the settee, but Andrew chose to sit, which I'm glad he did, and we sat with him and he took the drink.
And you were by his side throughout
yeah,
the
all
whole...
the time, all the time. The befrienders, as they're called, they came in just after he'd taken the drink, just about 20 minutes later, checked his pulse and said he'd gone.
And so it was very peaceful.
It was very, very peaceful. So why it cannot be brought here, I do not know. If we can do the same for our dogs and our cats that we love, why can't we do it?
What were his last words to you? What did you say to each other?
His last words were, "Goodbye, I've always loved you." And I said, "Cheerio, I've loved you too." I never ever say goodbye to him, and I always, you know, when he was alive, I always never said goodbye. I always said, you know, "See you later, cheerio."
And now you come home and you face Christmas on your own for the first time in all those years that you've been together.
Well, I'll spend it with
the family.
Yes, yes.
With the family, that's right. And as you said, the fact remains that if this was available here within the UK, you could have had him longer.
Possibly we could have at least had Christmas and New Year together, but we just knew that the date, when it came in December, that we would go, just in case things got worse. But if you had the facility here and the drug could be got, you could do it whenever. I know it's got to be strictly regulated, but...
There are lots of people who say, and obviously we have to put the other side of the argument, that you should in no way take your own life.
Yes. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and those people do not have to go down that route. But for the rest of us who do, it should be made available here. And they can do it, be as strict as Switzerland is. And, you know, nobody will fall through the net.
And if it had been available here, then you may have had him for longer.
Yes, definitely.
So there must be an element of bitterness that he was forced to go sooner?
No, Philip, I wouldn't say either one of us were bitter, because bitterness only destroys you. No, we weren't. We were able to do it. We could afford to do it, and Andrew was still able to go there. I mean, it took a great effort. I mean, but bitter, no.